Yeah.
Tell us when.
Yeah.
Guys, we're live.
Alright, thank you.
Alright.
Alright,
thank you.
See you cuties
Welcome
later.
everybody to Week 2, Game 2, Season 2, Golden Lions versus Valkyrie. I am Lord of the Wailord, and I'm joined today by DK Punch. How you doing today?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for joining us on this stream. That Week 2, Game 2 thing is a real mouthful, huh?
Yes!
Quite the tongue twister.
Yeah,
Quite
it takes some
the
time.
tongue
There's a lot of
twister.
twos in there. But starting up, first map, we are going to the control map, Nepal, home of the Shabali monks. Mandata,
Right.
Zenyatta, the good floaty boys. And we are starting once again on Sanctuary. That is what this map is called, isn't it? Is this Temple? That sounds right, maybe? Am I crazy?
We're pros, man.
I can never remember what this one is. I remember Sanctum and I remember Village, but I can never remember the name of this map. I don't know why.
That's funny, the objective camera for this map is like pointing
What are you
against
looking for?
a wall.
Ooh. Well, the spectator tools in this game are
Oh.
excellent. as well, though.
Nice.
Alright, so 30 seconds to go, and we
Ooh, we
do
got a new
have
voice.
on the side of Valkyrie, who did receive a 0-4 against Uncia in their last game, going up against Golden Lions, who went 2-1-1 against Busan Warriors.
Booze-on!
Yep, and I heard they put up a real strong performance there last week, Lord.
Absolutely.
On the other hand, I hear that the game against Uncia didn't go quite as well last week, so we'll see if we see a better performance.
We'll just have to see how these two teams stack up against each other. Now, on the side of Golden Lions, we do have Genji Sombra as the DPS picks coming into this first fight.
Yep, and they definitely got to that
Meanwhile-
point much slower here. So they're kind of
Meanwhile,
fighting
we
off
do
on
have
the edge.
goats coming out for the side of Valkyrie.
Yeah, and Valkyrie definitely has a lot more point presence here. Oh, there's the first pick.
But with Valkyrie losing their main tank in this first fight, Primal Optus going down to Rad Ninja, that may very well be the end of this Ghost combination. Losing one player in a Ghost comp can be devastating for the hold, and it looks like they are going to manage to pressure the entirety of Team Valkyrie off the point and secure first tap.
Yeah, they definitely weren't paying any attention to Seb, Valkyrie's Lucia, on that last push, though. So we'll see if they put a little more pressure on him. He was just dancing behind their whole team there. Alright, so they're kind of held at the choke here. A lot
Golden
of
Lions
jiggle
has
peeking.
BMX for Life is rotating behind the team, getting valuable scouting information on this Sombra, knows they're all going behind, waiting for them to come out, trying to get them from behind, and he does attack the Lucio, warping out before he can get any damage done, but manages to cut the team in half, and the supports are on the ground for Team Valkyrie, but Valkyrie easily pushes in, secures kills despite the hammer down, and it is not going to matter. With 4 people down on the side of Golden Lions, Valkyrie manages to secure the first point.
Yeah, and that was a nice capture there, especially given that Golden Lions knew that they were coming. Kind of surprising.
Yes, that is for sure. With the scouting information on that Sombra, as well as that hammer down getting both of their supports, Golden Lions was looking in a good position there, but they were just not able to take advantage of that situation.
Yep.
And with Megamir falling early in this next fight, Valkyrie is looking in a better and better position. Primal Optimus doing his job as main tank, putting that forward pressure in, and managing to secure another hold, 35% to 40%, catching up very quickly on the point percentage.
Yep, and we can see that Valk has a grab bomb stored up here. They're holding that for the next fight. Also got a nano as well. Ult advantage at this point still is the Golden Lions, so they've definitely got 5.
And with the grab coming out for Golden Lions, this may very well be what they are looking for to secure this point cap back. Dragon Blade coming out as well, securing 2 in the grab and knocking the other tank very low. D.Va is out of mech, and with Zarya able to push in and clean up the rest of that push, it is Golden Lions in control of the point once more.
Yeah, you know, Lord, I really don't think they had to use that last ult there. That was maybe a bit of ult overkill with popping the Brig ult. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think you're right, but the Brig ult has a lot of value, even as a end of fight ultimate. If you look now, their Zarya has a good amount of armor, their Reinhardt has extra armor, their Olga supports are rocking a lot of health into their DPS. So it's not really a waste to use that, that rally at the end of the fight. And Golden Lions here managing to pick up 2 despite being trapped in a grab. That coalescence in the back really putting down a good amount of damage on those tanks through that shield. And
honestly, I think it was a big mistake there not to bomb grab. They decided to nano grab instead. They probably would have had that otherwise.
Using the nano grab there could have been very powerful. You have to be careful with using bomb grab, especially when the enemy team has a Reinhardt.
Yeah, they had a shield up.
Or the shielding. So there's always that problem, something to look at. And Hammer Down does come out to the side of Valkyrie. Valkyrie managing to find the Brigitte there and the main tank. And with the Brigitte and main tank down, Green Charizard is going to have to pop Dragon Blade, trying to find something, but is only able to find 7 plays. This is very much in Valkyrie's favor for the time being. We'll have to see what Mega Mirror can do. Stalling out points, staying on as long as they can, but they are going to go down, and that is going to be Valkyrie in control of the point once more. 70% to 99%. They are going to have to full hold this point for the rest of the round if they want to have any chance of winning.
Yeah, Golden Lions was able to achieve 99% there, so that was a pretty big play for them. Alright, let's see. Over to the side, I'm not really sure what Sombra's doing here, but...
Charizard is strapped onto the May, trying to use those May wall to happen. And with this grab coming in, that is 3 down. All supports down and the main tank. Only the off tanks survive. Only the D.Va. D.Va trying to get back onto that point. Not going to let them get that uncontested point.
Not gonna have
but
time
no,
here.
that is 99 to 99. Golden Lions.
Golden Lions had a much bigger advantage if you looked at last week's games. Bales did a pretty good job there. See
to
if they
be
can
fair,
put a little more...
It's hard to gauge their strength based on those relative new team strengths because we don't know how they perform against other people.
That's true, but we do know, I'm not sure everyone on Uncia, but we do know Zombie from before, we know a weakness from before.
Absolutely.
Probably should be a pretty strong team.
It should be a very strong team, absolutely. So losing to Uncia should not be a huge deal. It's not a nail in the coffin for Team Valkyrie. Valkyrie pushing it aggressively, still playing this.
They had a pretty big anti there. Didn't capitalize on it though.
Seb plays does get res though. They still have that Pharah in the air trying to make something happen. They are running Pharah McCree as their DPS here. On the other side, Golden Lions still running Sombra and May. Similar tank lineup with supports being Ana Mercy on one side, the other support, and Brig Moira on the other.
Well, they seem to have made some space here.
Yeah, Golden Lions managing to take the superior position on that point, and they do drop Hammer Down there without getting much for it. Definitely an overuse of an ult. Rad Ninja getting a little excited there. Did not use that Hammer Down. But he does get the pin onto Boy Moose, securing an extra 17%.
I'm surprised. Isn't Rad Ninja a Masters? Or a GM?
I'm unsure.
Yeah, he's a GM. Brett. Alright. Brett, you would give that maybe a little bit of frustration then. Yeah, they do on this push here. They do have Shatter, so if they can get a big one off, that could be into the fight. Let's see how Valk does on their push. Kind of waiting this out.
Rally as they're waiting for this game to push in. We do have a EMP coming out. The enemy team has no ability to defend themselves, and Primal Optimus, Seb, and Lime are going to go down, along with their main support, Olby, and JHDZ.
Well, we definitely saw the power of that EMP these last couple plays here. Very powerful ult to really disable a team.
And they're doing good on their ult usage so far. They used one ult in that last push. They've used two ults in this most recent push. And they're really balancing the ult usage on the side of Golden Lions, making sure they lead them out a little bit at a time. Valkyrie is approaching quite a few ults here, including the devastating grab dragon, so we'll have to see how that goes. Alex Craft does get caught with an early pin, hammer down coming out, not finding anything.
And here comes the Coalescence. They are walled in there still. Oh, that wall just dropped.
Seb manages to pick up two, and a grab coming in with the May ult is going to secure the rest of those kills. Team kill, 99, Golden Lions takes game 1.
Alright, well I think, honestly, Valk put in a much stronger performance on point 1 there. They really kind of succumbed on point 2 there. Maybe they're a little bit frustrated, I don't know.
I definitely agree. Going into that point 2 there, we very much saw the ult usage on the side of Team Golden Lions come into play.
Absolutely, a lot better conservation there. Made a big difference for them.
Maintaining that higher ult economy, that ult advantage, is a huge part of this game. You don't want to blow too many ults on one push, and I think they really showed how you should be using those ultimates.
Yeah, they showed a little bit more discipline there in that second map, I agree. Alright, well, next map is going to be, what, remind me, Lord?
We are going into King's Row, our hybrid map for the week.
Alright. Well, for weeks 1 and 2.
For weeks 1 and 2, absolutely.
I'm not sure why we did that exactly instead of changing every week. Kind of interesting.
It's a little easier to have it only rotate every other week.
Every other? In terms of strategies and practices, you mean?
Yeah, you know, you get a little bit more bang for your buck practicing. You can see what you did wrong the first week you play on a map and then try to come back the next week with a different strategy. All right, waiting on the team's confirmation here. What are you thinking from these last two games, or these last two maps we've seen? How are you feeling about the chances for both teams?
Well, I definitely think Golden Lions has put in a much stronger performance, though Valk did pretty well. I think they could really turn it around. Maybe a little bit more coordination, calling targets. I'm not sure what's going on in their chat exactly, but I'd be interested to know if they've been focusing, or if they're trying to focus targets, because it certainly seems like their target focus is inferior to Golden Lions. And we've seen that play out in a bunch of games this week and last, where target focus has just been huge. Being able to clean up is essential in this game. What do you think, Lord? Did you see either of last week's games for either team?
I did commentate Golden Lions game last week against Busan Warriors, and they did a very dominant show. They did lose one map against Golden Lions, but I think they more so lost one map against Golden Lions because they were playing a 6 DPS team.
Right. Do you remember which maps Golden Lions lost last week?
Golden Lions only lost one map, which was the Rialto game, which was more of a celebration for them. They weren't worried about the map differential. They had already secured the win for the week.
And what about their draw?
They did draw on Hanamura, which was a very close game again. So I don't think Valkyrie is out of the running now yet. I think Valkyrie could definitely come back and show us that they're still in this game. But after taking that first loss on the control point, they are going to have to bring it pretty strongly to be able to secure a win against Golden Lions.
Yeah, and we know that Valk lost this map last week, but uncertain how to interpret that with both teams going against new teams on week 1.
Yeah.
So we'll
definitely
see if perhaps Payload is a slightly stronger map, perhaps for Valk, maybe this is their opportunity to shine. We'll see if they do a little bit better. Any word on those confirmations?
Yes, we are have a swap on the side of Golden Lions. Golden Lions is going to be swapping Liz Lemon for Vence.
All right, let's get them in here.
So just waiting for them to join up. They have been invited, and once they're in here, we should be good to go. Valkyrie have readied up, just waiting on Golden Lions now.
Hopefully Vince is here, and he's confirmed and in. Alright, let's go ahead and get started with our second map.
Here we go to the London streets of King's Row. King's Row, fan favorite map. I've said it every game this week. Everybody loves King's Row. It's a good map.
Yeah, I like the Halloween version of it. I kind of wish that they had more light effects, you know, like day and night maps for each one, just to mix it up a little bit, like in some other games.
Does King's Row have a Halloween version?
There's a Halloween version of... Am I mixing it up with a different map?
Eichenwald has a Halloween version.
Eichenwald has Halloween, and I believe this has like a darker version as well.
I don't think so. I think there's a Christmas one, isn't there?
Well, we'll find out soon. I wasn't here last year for Christmas, so...
Yeah, I think King's Row has a Christmas rework, but I don't think they have a Halloween one.
Alright. Let's see how Golden Lions does. They're defending, so they're coming out here.
Both teams currently sitting on a Symmetra. We'll have to see how long this gets kept for. It does look like Golden Lions coming out of the spawn. Yes, are
using
take a dive.
The
Symmetra to throw themselves off the edge there.
Okay. Interesting. And switching. But I guess they're not going for Symmetra after all.
Get into position.
That's an interesting last second call there.
Is not going to have a lot of time to set up this defense after styling on their enemies.
Well, hopefully this switch works out for them. They did switch. Maybe they realized I was about to call out that they were triple DPS.
Sep is playing the Bastion here on first point, trying to get a setup. Is looking for a way to get in, try to get some damage down. Right now, just playing the recon mode, and a teleporter does come in, going into the back.
Not everyone
set up
seems to make
on
it
this
through.
high
I don't know
ground.
if that was their strat.
And Bastion does go down, unprotected by those Orisa shield. Should not have backed away from that jump. Charge coming in, but it's not going to be able to find anyone outside of Rad Ninja. But with Seb down, the entire team of Valkyrie is forced to pull back and wait for that Bastion to come back. But no, they are going to make the switch. Their cheeky strategy did not pay off as much as they wanted it to, so they're going to switch onto a Reinhardt and a Junkrat now. Farah coming in instead of the Symmetra. Farah does go down early in that last fight.
Yeah, she is running on her own. We don't have a pharmacy here, so it'll be a little bit tougher for her to make the difference.
Very vulnerable to that. And Hanzo's Dragon is going to come straight down the middle, split this team in half, but no, they are not going to hit them.
But it split the team up enough that despite popping ult,
Agamira is going to go down in this one, as well as Primal Optimus, but with Optimus's superior spawn on Housecraft falling as well, this may very well be the opening that Team Valkyrie is looking for. They do lose land, but BMX for life goes down, and a hammer down is going to catch two, eliminating one of their supports. Two of their supports caught in that hammer down.
Ninja popping off now.
Might be Ninja holding this point. Green Charizard coming in with the Riptire, taking out Primal Optimus, and this
and it looks like Golden Lions is going to hold
by
that point.
Golden Lions there off the back.
Rad Ninja really carried those guys. No one's feet touched the ground. Yeah, let's see the tire.
But the enemy hammer down coming in now.
Space.
Riptire going to be coming in for the side of Valkyrie. We're going to have to see what they're able to get done with that. And it is taken down by BMX for Life. BMX for Life taking out two supports and then ultimate. Housecraft taking out Primal Optimus. Land takes out the main tank on the side of Golden Lions, but it is not going to be enough to keep that push alive.
No, I think it was interesting. Golden Lions really rotated back off that point there. I was almost worried they were losing their momentum, but that was strategic, that pullback, and it really helped them out in terms of their stamina there. So that was a nice play by them.
Green Charizard has switched onto this May now, yes, thank you. This May is coming in here. We do have a triple tank comp on the side of Valkyrie.
Ooh, that team just got split up real bad.
May wall modes
that's not
their
gonna
team
go well.
but a coalescence coming out for the side of Valkyrie is going to keep this team alive. Their team alive.
Hammer doesn't really get too much.
Hammer down does manage to find Fence. Fence going down as the main support could very well be what they need. Both supports down on the side of Golden Lion, and a Blizzard coming out to try to salvage this point. But Green Charizard does fall along. All the everybody is frozen on the side of Valkyrie, but with no one there to secure the kills, it is not going to matter. Hanzo going up into the window. BMX for life, dropping onto the point, trying to get a little bit of a stall here. Doesn't want to give up this point, but no. Valkyrie is going to take point 1 King's Throw.
Bit of a questionable call there by BMX, kind of staggered the team. You know, maybe he thought he could do something by himself. He did have a 2.5.
Hoping he gets all out, but I think he underestimated how far away the rest of his team was.
Now we can see that in order to get that point, Valk really has to spend a lot of ults. They're almost just about to get a second ult here.
Seb does manage to get 2 in this next push though, as well as stunning Rad Ninja out of his ultimate.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if they're trying to focus Rad Ninja. If they are, that's probably a good idea. They probably knew going in that he was one of their strongest players. I don't know how good the scouting reports are in our league.
Valkyrie is doing a very good job of pushing the second point aggressively, keeping the pressure on and all the way through with
it almost feels like Golden Lions aren't.
Golden Lions is going to have the grab dragons now, and that is going to be the end of this first push though. Pushed out of thing, and it looks like they have swapped back onto the Bastion. Seb plays trying once again to make the Bastion work.
It's going to be tough though. They have to push way deep past Golden Lions in order to reestablish at this point.
And being frozen in charge is not the way you want your Bastion play to go. Ninja does drop Hammer down and finds one, but is stunned out and killed. And with the pin coming in on Alex Craft there, it is very much going to be a quick retreat for Golden Lions. Losing members as they go. They are having to pull back very quickly if they want to have any chance of holding this point.
Valk seems to want to hold the momentum. They pop another ult.
Another charge comes in, finding Vents. And only Rad Ninja stalling this point out now. The May is there, but is not going to be able to get onto the point. Lucio now having to pull out Alex Craft, running away on that Lucio, but no, he is hooked. He is killed by Ferdinand. Bastion now set up on this
Bastion and yep.
With triple tank, Bastion, and 2 support, they are in a strong position here. It's going to be very hard to displace them, but they're trying to do so with the May ultimate.
Everyone manages to get out of the way of that May ult, and then Hanzo there. They were all kind of on the border.
Boy Moose.
I'm probably not going to do anything.
Yeah. Golden Lions. Bastion still kind of putting pressure down on the enemy team, but Seb does go down here to Rad Ninja. Yeah. Rad Ninja sending the Fire Strike in. Green Charizard managing to pick onto the Diva Mech, and that is Hernandez going down in the back.
And at this point, Golden Lions has point back again. So
Golden Lions has once again recovered from this aggressive put by Team Valkyrie. But
I do think Valkyrie's putting forward a nice effort here. I think
absolutely
trying to establish a Bastion with only 45 seconds on the clock up for him. They're hoping a big game.
Hammer down coming in here. They are going to find 3 and make the space for their Bastion to reset up.
That
Using
was
Hammer Down
pretty-
and
pretty lucky
Coalescence
you're
in that last fight, they do have a lot of space to work with, and with Bastion set up on top of Cart once again, and popping Tank Mode, taking out BMX for life as he tries to push in, that's going to be a difficult pick to recover from.
Maze
You
gonna
have
get on
Red
the point,
standing
though.
over on this other side, does pop Coalescence, trying to take them out in the grab, but with Seb there, Seb is just able
And
to fire
another
away
Blizzard.
in that Bastion. Blizzard coming out,
Yeah.
taking out the Bastion, but how long are they going to be able to stall this out with how many people they've lost? Primal Optimist still on the point, Roadhog still on the point, popping his whole hog, pushing everyone away, and that is Valkyrie with cap on point 1. Now the real question here is, did they cap that in overtime or just before time ran out? Because that can make a huge
1.8
difference.
seconds.
1.8 seconds still on the board. Even if Team Golden Lions pushes this, all 3 points, they are still going to have another chance to attack point 1.
Yeah, that was a pretty big performance there. Kind of, in my opinion, a gamble sticking with the Bastion on their last push there for Valk, but it paid off for him.
Bastion does not always pay off. He's a high risk, high reward. I like to say I play quite a bit of Bastion. Bastion's one of my favorite heroes, and I like to say Bastion is kind of like a whole. Both teams pour all their resources into, and whichever team pours their resources in more wins.
Oh, absolutely. And they actually got him off point quite a few times there, but Valk kept recapturing with some of those really strong, aggressive pushes. So nice job by them.
Golden Lions did not roll over to that Bastion at all. Definitely performed. Definitely showing that they have a plan to deal with this. But Valkyrie does manage to take all 3 points with 1.8 seconds left on the clock. And that is very important.
Now, looking at our setups for both teams here, we can see that Valk running 2-2-2. Oh, nope. They've just switched. Still a 2-2-2. They're now running Brig. Got a Bastion. They're trying to do the same thing that happened to them for Golden Lions. See if they can establish that pirate ship.
No longer playing with the Bastion. The Bastion has swapped off.
Oh, they have swapped off.
So, but it looks like they're trying to go for a more bunker comp, playing with this Roadhog, and but Boy Moose goes down early to a rocket punch from Green Charizard on that Doomfist. Reinhardt pushing up into the face of this Orisa. Junkrat doing what he can to pressure the Reinhardt back, but is it going to be enough? And with a pin coming in,
That is a fast tire. 30-second tire,
built
boy.
up in 30 seconds, and instantly gets both of the supports for the side of Golden Lions down. And that is a successful hold off the back of a very fast Rip Tire.
Yeah, Lanthanian definitely is a very strong performer for Valkyrie, although I feel like Seb not quite as strong, able to keep up necessarily with BMX and Charizard, both very strong DPS performers for Golden Lions. So it may come down to these DPS a little bit here. See who can carry their team harder. Seb is opening fire, but doesn't get any of those big picks.
We have Green Charizard around the back here trying to put pressure on this Junkrat, and he does in fact take him out. He is hooked, but he Meteor Strikes out of the way, and is going to drop on top of this Orisa. Orisa goes down, and a punch is going to try to find its way in onto this last remaining members of Team Valkyrie. Golden Lions very close to taking the point here now, and I do not think Valkyrie is going to manage to come back in on this.
No, they don't have anyone fast enough. Got a little
taking point 1.
excited emoting going on there.
A faster cap than Valkyrie had, but not game-winning yet.
Not
We'll have to see how their
significant
second. We'll have to see how their second point push goes. Valkyrie set a very good time on second point, and we'll have to see how long they're able to stall the point out for Golden Lions. And then there is caught in the transit, and a Diva Bomb coming in. Diva EMP going to take out 4 there, along with the Junkrat. Junkrat does find take 1 for the road, but it is not going to matter. It is not going to make the difference in that fight. Golden Lions securely holds the point now, and with Seb being attacked by the Doomfist and BMX, he is in a rough position, staggered out very hard. Golden Lions is looking very good to take that point. Valkyrie is not going to have the option to wait for Seb if they want to style this point. Primal Optimus pushing in as fast as he can, trying to hold on that Orisa, taking a lot of base damage. But Hammer Down comes down from the side of Golden Lions, and Golden Lions is going to cap the second point in very good time. 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining for Golden Lions to take this last point. And if they can keep the momentum going like they are right now, taking the kills, pigs into the hole, they are going to have a hard time of recovering on this point.
And it looks like Valk is setting up to hold that last point. They're not trying to push any farther forward.
Valkyrie trying to hold this corner.
Now they're moving up a bit.
They're sticking with the Orisa, but a High Noon comes out behind. Seb all the way in the back, trying to make something happen with this High Noon, zoning them out, pushing them back, and giving Golden Lions a worse position on this payload. We do have Bongos coming down for the side, Supercharger, but he's taken out by a Fire Strike by Rad Ninja. BMX for Life finds Primal Optimus, and with another pin trying to come in, it looks like Golden Lions are getting in a better and better position.
Yeah, and Golden Lions is holding them back for now.
Switching on to that, and another self-destruct by Mega Mirror, going to find 2 along, but mirrored matched by the Junkrat kills. Rad Ninja is alone on point, but the Junkrat falls. Boy Moose getting another kill onto Mega Mirror. Rad Ninja jumping off the edge, and green cars are going down as well. And that is Valkyrie holding point 3 for now. But with 3 minutes left on the board and only a few meters left, they are in they're in a lot of trouble going into this third round. There's a high chance Valkyrie is going to the third round, and with only 1.8 seconds on the board, they do not want to be going into third round.
High Noon again.
High Noon comes out, but the stun on the shield is mistimed a little bit there. It doesn't give Seb quite enough time to do it, and with Primal Optimus going down, Doomfist falls as well. Green Charizard going down there, but with and the Lucio dropping into the pit, never to be seen again. Golden Lions is in a good position here to push the last point. Seb falls, and Boy Moose going to go down here to BMX. BMX finding 2, Rad Ninja getting the hammer down, and pins his opposite in Primal Optimus. And with this final pick onto the Orisa, it looks like they are in fact going to take the point. Seb plays, trying to get onto that point with the Reaper, but falls to the self-destruct on point.
Alright, well, we are tied here. Definitely a time advantage for sure to Golden Lions, but I think Valk put up a strong performance. They definitely have the possibility of winning this map. This could still go either way.
They definitely did that, DK.
Let's see if there's any switches in our comps compared to that last push. See if they're trying anything different here.
It does look like BMX is going to be going onto a Reaper, and Green Charizard will be running the Widowmaker on this defense for Golden Lions.
For offense, it looks like they're switching it up a little bit as well. Valk is still sticking up. Oh, they've got a Moira now instead of a Mercy. They've gone. Oh, they're goats in it. Alright. Let's see how this works for them. This is a very
strong map for goats. We'll just have to see how they're able to get through this point. And with them
running
goats,
but they don't know that they're going into a Reaper, so
Reaper does have a lot of value fighting against those tanks, but with it almost eliminates Widowmaker's value in a lot of ways. The picks she can get become a lot more minimal in a lot of ways, especially with those Reinhardt shields.
Yeah, running ghosts into the Reaper is a rough situation. Could be worth pulling though.
Putting up right away, pushing in. They do have a pin on the fence. The main support for Golden Lions is going to go down.
Reaper's in here picking away at the back lines. He's pretty contested though. He has to run.
Housecraft is going to go down as well on Golden Lions. And with the main tank down, this might be the end of the push. But no, with the other enemy main tank down,
and Valk definitely has a respawn advantage here.
Tick
We've got at least one tick on the map. I think Valkyrie coming in quick with those respawns is probably going to take this one. Oh,
Mega Mira throwing a grab here, and Reaper BMX for life is going to be able to take advantage of that. Hammerdown coming in is going to get 2, and that could be very important for getting that Housecraft out of there. Hammerdown comes down, and it looks like that isn't going to be it. Primal Optimus drops his shield at just the wrong moment, and Reaper Alt cleans up the rest of the team. Coalescence.
Yeah, I kind of hate to see that, Lord. I was kind of rooting for Valk to capture the card there.
It would have been good to see Valk manage to get that cap, manage to see what they can put percentage on the board for moving that point. But
yeah,
they did not
they
do
dropped shield for
that.
that huge hammer, even bigger than theirs. And then
at 46%,
clean up.
With 46% on that first point, it's possible that they hold this. But with 3 minutes for Gold Lions, based on how quickly they took point last time, it is not looking good for Valkyrie at the moment.
All right. So Golden Lions is not going to have to do a lot. It looks like Valk is doing what we all would, running double shield Bastion to hold on for dear life for this full hold they're going to try to do. See if they pop a Torb as well. Alright, they've got a Mercy for their res.
All systems operational. Diva, ready for combat.
We'll have to see if Golden Lions is going to stay with their current comp, being 4 DPS, a Moira, and a Diva. I don't think it's likely.
We've got one more healer.
Oh, there's another healer.
No, that was just a healer switch. No, that's not a healer. But still, I'm not sure if they're running a cheese comp here, going for a fast push, or if they're trolling.
We'll have to see what they want to do here. And switching on to Red.
And switching again.
Red into switching onto that Reinhardt is going to be the answer for that one. BMX for Life is going to have some scout data. Is the Somber, has a lot of hacking ability, and with that Bastion, that's going to be very important.
Now that Ryan for Valk is playing very far forward.
Fence
See if he
has
moves back
gone
a bit
down.
more.
Primal Optimus already.
Oh, and 2 picks by Primal, but now he's
he gets
pinned
pinned
inside.
into the wall and killed, but with Rad Ninja going down as well as 2 other members. 2 members.
Yeah, unfortunately, his 2 members of Valk went down trying to save him in there. And
Boy Moose falls as well, and that is not going to be looking good for them. Already having percentage on the board. No.
And Mercy goes down as well.
Lions taking point 1. Map 2. And that is 2-0 Golden Lions.
Now, Rad Ninja's pin there was pretty huge. Primal was doing some real work. He had 2 kills right off the start there, but then Rad Ninja pulled him away from the team. The team went to try to save him indoors, and that really killed their defense there.
You have to
honestly,
remember,
he may have been playing too far forward.
You have to remember in a game like this, when you're on defense, you have to be defensive. Being aggressive here does not usually pay off, because a pick on the side of the offense is so much more important than a pick on the defense.
And everyone is a fan of Rad Ninja, apparently. 8 votes for Rad Ninja. That's a pretty huge damage block number, actually, 33k. I've seen higher, but still, pretty big.
Definitely impressive, and with his hammer downs he's been throwing all game, it's been very much a game of Reinhardt's.
Absolutely. Primal is, I'd say, almost as good a Reinhardt as him, though. So, you know, Valkyrie...
oh, definitely. Both Reinhardt's pretty even. We've seen them let a couple shatters pass, but it's been a close thing. Moving on to map 3 now is going to be Hanamura.
Alright, so we were saying this is the draw map for Golden Lions last week. So perhaps this will be where Valkyrie makes their move. This is their last opportunity to stay on the board. They'll need to win the next 2 maps running after these first 2 losses here.
For sure. This could be where the reverse sweep starts. It could be a draw. If it is a draw, If it's a draw or a win, Valkyrie or Golden Lions is going to take this series, but on a loss, Valkyrie stays in it for a chance to reverse sweep.
But we'll still be doing 4 maps for standings, correct?
Of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Always 4 maps so that we can get the map differential, but Valkyrie is in a tough place. Ugh, sorry, I had to yawn all of a sudden.
Alright.
We have been seeing some good plays coming out
here
from both teams. Yeah, still waiting on confirmations, don't worry. Both teams have been playing very well. Golden Lions using ults excellently. We saw Valkyrie, I think, using ults much better on the second game than their first one. We saw in that play of the game, Golden Lions, EMP, self-destruct. Very impressive coordination there. And that's what we'd like to see in this league. We like to see lots of coordinated, lots of synergy between the ult usage, balancing out when and where and why you need to use ults.
Now, I do think that the biggest difference here that I'm really seeing is the difference in DPS. At first I was wondering if it was a difference in the healers, but Golden Lions I think just has slightly stronger DPS. They're able to pick healers off the sides from Valkyrie, and that's winning them a lot of these fights.
BMX for Life and Green Charizard both really showing their stuff on those DPS picks.
Oh, absolutely. I think we're seeing some good work from Valkyrie also. We've seen some big plays, but they need to put a little bit more pressure on Golden Lions supports if they're going to win this next map.
Very true. Let's see what Valkyrie's answer is. And we are ready to go now. Both teams have readied up and launching into Game 3, Hanamura.
Now we'll see how Valkyrie does with their clutchness statistic here, if they're able to keep on a good game after those first 2 maps lost.
Taking 2 maps lost right at the beginning is hard. It's hard to deal with. And
yeah, so either they'll pull it together and win, or sometimes you just collapse. So let's see how they do.
Being careful not to tilt in this game is very important. They have not lost it yet, and even if they do lose this map, they still can win to get some map differential to help them out in future games, and that's very important.
Alright, and it looks like Rad Ninja probably troll picking. Gonna switch off that Torb, I'm guessing.
That would be my guess as well. Green Charizard playing that Bastion. We'll have to see what the idea is here for Valkyrie's first attack.
And no, it does actually look like he's standing on Torb. No, they're all taking a team dive.
And it does look like Valkyrie is planning to go for a dive comp here on the first attack. Long walk. This is a long walk for Team Golden Lions, though. Having to come all the way from the spot in 10 seconds. Throwing themselves off the edge there so late is questionable at best. But it does look like they are going to be able to get there just before Valkyrie pitches to the players. Or to the choke, rather. And with dive going straight through, no need to deal with that. Boy Moose does fall in the back, though. Boy Moose
picks
and
are definitely in favor here of Golden.
Yeah, Golden Lions managing to pick off 2 immediately, and with 3, that isn't going to be a strong showing from Valkyrie on this first push. What are the ult percentages looking like, DK?
Well, we've definitely got a lot more charge in the parts of Golden Lions after that last push there. And Seb gets staggered as well. Red Ninja's about to have his first ult, Venice as well. Getting pretty close.
Yeah, those ultimates can really make or break these points. Being able to hold on to ultimates going into second point, being able to snowball. And Hammer Down comes down, finds 3, charge coming in, pins the D.Va.
And that May wall really
going to manage to pull away, but still finding
got a pretty big stagger, though.
Staggering Genji there at the end of that fight is a good use of that Hammer Down. It might not have gotten a lot of kills, but it did stop that push.
No, they are feeling kind of ballsy here after those last two. It looks like Golden Lion's playing a little far forward. Seeing a little bit of T-posing. Some more T-posing. Oh, Mega Mirror. Ryan's getting a little bit low on health though. Maybe they'll be able to do something this time on the first spell.
And with a Transcendence coming out, it is going to enable a lot of aggression for the side of Golden Lion, but they are not going to take advantage of that. They are falling back, and Mega Mirror gets stuck with a Pulse Bomb going down. Barely manages to avoid that May.
But May does manage to clean up though,
and Alex is back. Yeah. Rad Ninja cleaning up the back line too. Yeah. Primal Optimus, the only one here on point trying to get out, is going to have to pull back forward.
That was a bit of a wasted ult. He was probably disappointed right there. He's like, I shattered them all. Where were you guys? But unfortunately, without his team to back him up, not much to do with that shatter. Now, Golden Line's playing on points while they're waiting for their respawns to come in.
Golden Line's trying to get their respawns back.
Or Val. They're trying to play ball and take advantage.
D-Drop coming in and a May ult. Golden Lions is going to be able to take this point back, I believe. D-Drop is not going to manage to counter out that Lizard.
We've got a couple of big
we do
picks
have
here.
picks going in the side of Valkyrie. Valkyrie showing that they are not done yet, taking out 3 with the Coalescence. Very dominant play on their side, taking what looked like it might have turned into a loss as those respawns came in and turning it into a victory. They are going to have to move quick if they want to get into the second point before.
Looks like Seb is running back to spawn very quickly to switch to McCree.
And they are not going to be able to move in before Golden Lion steps up. It does not look like. But
no, they made a conscious decision there with Seb switching.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty big May wall. That does not look good for Val. Let's see if they're able to capitalize. But nothing really happens.
Valkyrie does manage to hold on there. They do have one support Boy Moose in there with them. They do have both tanks. It is a dangerous thing.
They're running straight to point.
Going
Really
straight on the point.
pressure.
Hammer down. Graviton does come in for the side of Golden Lions though, and it looks like that might be enough with the Tac Visor. Tac Visor manages to find a lot of points.
No one really did manage to do a whole lot with that grav, but that Tac Visor cleaned up afterward. And Mega Mirror is chasing Ryan. Oh, and they get him. That's gotta hurt.
Graviton, Tac Visor, and Coalescence in that last fight to try to hold 4 Golden Lions, though. They only are going to have 2 ults left because they switch onto that second main healer.
That's correct. So now we've got an Anna in the mix for Alex Craft. See if this makes any difference for him.
On the other hand, we do have Valkyrie coming up on many ults for this next push. We're going to have to see what they use.
Yeah, they're about to have 4 ults here, so let's see if they're able to do something with it. And side in their favor against Golden Lion.
Primal Optimus does go down, and a hammer down finds nothing. Beat Drop comes down from the side of Valkyrie, and Valkyrie is going to have to push in if they want to make this happen. Mega Mirror falls in that engagement, but without their main tank, they are having a hard time finding where they want to engage. Boy Moose getting frozen by Green Charizard, but is protected by Seb on that tree. Finding a couple picks, a little bit trading back and forth, but it's not going to be enough.
They don't seem to notice Lucio sitting on the point.
Lucio on point, trying to get that tick, and they do manage to get first tick here. And with how Reinhardt
got that shatter, doesn't really do a whole lot.
But it's not finding anything. Straight into the shield of Rad Ninja, and with Attack Visor coming in, the Attack Visor and respawn.
Unfortunately,
that is very much
Golden Lions is able to clean up there, and Val wasn't really able to do a whole lot.
Valkyrie getting that first tick is very strong. Being able to sneak that Lucio on there, using the Reinhardt to pressure the May off, is very important. With only 2 minutes remaining and 1 tick, they have the building blocks to make something happen, especially with the 3 ults they are currently sitting on. Dragon
and that'll also prevent them from being in draw territory as well, most likely. And they're straight back on the point. Very close to getting halfway already.
AlexCraft going down very low in the back alone, not protected by his team at all right now. And Graviton, Dragons do come down. Dragons catching 3 people. Sepplace drops his ult as well. And a hammer down from the side of Golden Lions is going to try to sell it out. But
now Valk really has advantage here. Honestly, this could be their opportunity.
Valkyrie
they
in
got
a
one
very
on
strong
point.
position, has to take Vents down. BMX going
And
on
out
this high
comes that
ground, trying to
May ult.
displace Zed.
That's gonna hurt their chances there.
May ult is going to pressure everyone off point. Primal Optimus going down, and it looks like it is just land still in this. Main support court here trying to get away.
Fortunately, we've got some bad staggers for Valk here, so they're only going to have one real full push. Let's see if they wait for everyone to get back.
50 seconds on the board. They are going.
They are
to
waiting for a full regroup here before they go in. Alright, they're amping in.
No
Gotta
wall
drop the
is
beat.
too far back, not going to find what they need. And a Graviton comes down. Very good fight. That's the kind of fight you need. You need to kill these kids. You need to find the rest of these kills very quickly because these respawns.
Now, I am noticing again, we're having trouble, or rather, Valk is having trouble cleaning up a little bit here because their target prioritization is not very coordinated.
Valkyrie very much needs to, on this 2 CP maps, quickly finish these fights, and these fights are lasting far too long.
You can see they're letting Golden Lions really stagger.
Golden Lions very much able to stall out. We do have a Dragon Blade coming in. This might be the kills they need, but no, it's sniped out by BMX.
Yeah, the High Noon.
High Noon coming down, and once again we are still being stalled out by the Hammond. Hammond rolling around point, trying to use those adaptive shields.
But Hammond runs away here. That might be enough to give them
BMX hopping up point on that Widowmaker, not
Big
willing to let them take it yet. Shatter's going to find 2, but with 3 still on the board, and Lucio all coming on AlexCraft. How much are they going to be able to do in overtime, and everyone is forced off the point?
C9.
With the May ult coming down, Team Valkyrie is forced to back off of the point that they were in strong control of, and that is Golden Lions holding second point, Hanamura.
And again, you know, you hate to see that because at this point we're kind of rooting a little bit for Valk to get some points on the board here. They really had that last point there and failed to clean up. Like I was saying before, that their target prioritization just isn't as strong as Golden Lions. And despite having some 4v2s, they're not cleaning up. Absolutely.
You need to be having clean engagements on 2CP especially. The second points, the spawn is just too close for those scrappy engagements. You're never going to win if you're killing 1 person, 2 people. You need to clean up, kill 5, kill 6 very quickly to be able to secure that point.
Alright, now let's see what Valk does this time. Hopefully they're not too disheartened after not capturing at the end there on that last push. Again, we've seen some close maps here. I think overall Golden Lions putting on the stronger performance today, but Valk is not out of the running, neither for today or the season. I think they could improve a little bit, and they could be a very strong contender.
Valk very much still has it in them to take this point. They're not in a bad position yet. We'll have to see how Golden Lions approaches this attacking round, and how much they're able to get done, especially on first point. If they get a very fast cap on first point, it starts looking a lot harder for Team
Valkyrie, absolutely.
But second point is a hard nut to crack, so it's definitely not over yet.
Now they're letting a Winston come in on the side here. Looks like half of their team has noticed him.
They're
trying not to get drawn away too much.
Position, but he is going to pull out, being frozen and shot.
Now that's actually an opportunity, and they take advantage of it. Yep, they take Rad Ninja down.
With Rad Ninja going in before the rest of his team can follow, he is cut off on his own and very quickly killed.
I think that was a pretty strong play by Rad Ninja. He was trying to pull the team back to point and kind of split them up, but I think he may have missed his jump at the end there, to be honest.
What happened there was he wasn't expecting the May to jump up onto that high ground and start freezing him, and It's just he got separated from the rest of
Trying
the
to avoid that. Oh, he
Trying to
gets
jump in,
stunned out
but
of his
it's
jump.
pushed back by the Brigida there.
Now BMX is really holding presence up on that high ground for a while.
Primal
That gives-
Optimus is going to get a good hammer down there, pushing the off support and the off tanks and the support back, while Rad
And they
Ninja's
are
cleaned
able
up.
to clean up and kill Red Ninja again. They seem to be focusing him better this time, so that's a good thing to see from Val.
Very good plays here by
And they
Team,
get BMX as well.
Valkyrie has only used one ult so far, and the other 3 they are currently building. 4 now and almost 5. Valkyrie really showing that they know how to play this stall game too. They're not feeling Golden Lions is not.
Now they do have to go back to points here. They're pushed back.
Got
the
but
first
Alice
pick of the
Craft
healer,
Falls
though.
is not able to get away there. Golden Lions rotating around the back of this point, but losing green charges are now fighting brawl tanks in a small room in this enclosed area back here. Not going to be what they want. But Reinhardt is thrown off
Oh,
of the
Ryan
edge.
takes a dive
Primal
there.
Optimus and
Oh,
Boynu's going
huge
down to
play
this
by
primal
Red
rage. Is
Yeah,
not
that's
what
probably
they
it.
want to be.
Let's see what they're able to do.
Winston is chasing after this high charge Zarya, but they are not able to secure the goal.
And it's all
Grab
City
coming
here.
back in with a
May
coalescence.
has altered
May
herself
save
off in
the
a
point,
corner,
but
off
no.
point.
Megamira and Rad Ninja together, along with their DPS, are able to secure the rest of the kills they need. Cap point 1, and that is Golden Lions point 1 Hanamura capped.
All right, now they'll have, I believe, 5 and change on the clock. So this is going to be a tough hold for Valk, but it's doable. Let's see if they do any comp switches. We've got a soldier now.
Golden Lions is still running BMX on the Sombra, able to get a lot of scouting information, know where they're holding, know what they're doing, and communicate
I mean,
that.
a good Sombra is a terrible thing to have in your back line. So I think that's a strong pick. Sombra's been very strong this season. Valk kind of making some space here. They may be able to take.
Lan has his tactical visor, but with the pressure that Genji is putting on him, he is just having to run. He is currently hacked by BMX, putting pressure into their back, and he is trying to go back to take care of him. But BMX teleports away, and it looks
Now
like
they're letting Golden Lions have high ground. Moira pushing ahead in the front of this charge with May, and Golden Lions pulling back a little bit.
for the time being, Valkyrie is looking very spread out here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what their tanks are doing on low ground by themselves. I guess they don't want to let a single tick in.
Yeah, they're really having to hold this kind of spread out because of how much mobility the enemy team has on those dive tanks. They don't want to give up that high ground, but they don't want to leave low ground.
Yeah, they almost have to give up that high ground in return for protecting against the tick.
Yeah.
And it looks like they'll clean up with Rad Ninja. This could be Big Bomb shield up.
Bomb goes in, but they are not quite able to
BMX
time
blew
that
it
out.
with that,
BMX does not quite land the EMP when she wants to, and that is going to be Lan able to clean up with the tac visor and the coalescence. Valkyrie holds.
We can see Rad Ninja way ahead of his team here, pushing on in, but he's waiting for him. BMX still scouting around, giving them that helpful information. Once again, they're splitting the team, mobile DPS on high ground, tanks on point.
BMX here trying to narrowly avoid, but is caught in the Junkrat trap, and Seb sends them back to spawn. That pick onto the Sombra right before this push is about to come in on the side of Golden Lion is very good for...
Now they are able to force out Boy Moose's ult here. I don't know why he did that really, he didn't need it necessarily against the tanks on the side.
Seb goes down as well in that last fight. Seb picked off on that Junkrat, is going to switch on to May now for more stalling potential perhaps.
I think May will help them a lot more against these mobility characters, potentially against
Megamir
BMX.
are pushing onto point with Rad Ninja,
And a grab gets nobody.
Grab finds nobody, and the hammer down only finds the supports who stand back up without it.
Now Green Charizard really won in that fight. Let's see how May's able to do. She puts her wall
May
a little
stalling
too
out
far
points for
forward.
as long as they can. but with the rest of her team unable to come in and support her, this may very well be the end. Yes, and
Yeah,
with,
they're kind of staggering in one
and
by one
Soldier
here.
doing what they can,
that's
but
gonna be-
no.
oh.
Golden Lions takes Hanamura 3-0. Golden Lions.
Well, I think that was pretty close. Once again, not a huge difference between these two teams here. So it hasn't been a roll at all, even though it is a 3-0. Let's see what happens this next game.
This Primal Rage here was huge on the
Big
side of
play
Golden
for them.
Being able to
Oh,
throw
yeah.
multiple people into the pit is not what you want to see happen when you're on that defense.
No, especially since they were Valkyrie was holding pretty well on that first point there until all of a sudden everyone decided to take a dive. So yeah.
Very true.
However, they probably
Alright.
should have known that with Monkey on the board, they should have been staying a little bit farther away from the edges of the map.
You got to be aware of that Primal Rage coming out. But last
Again,
they
though,
were not
I think
able to-
Valka's put up a good fight. I don't think they have anything to be ashamed of here. They put in a
No,
good
of
effort.
course not.
And
Valkyrie,
see how they do on this last point.
Valkyrie has had some messy fights, some messy ult usage and stuff, but there's definitely the building blocks there to make something happen. It's just how much they're able to produce.
Now we've got a sub coming in for Golden Ninja. It looks like, or sorry, for Golden Lions.
Yeah.
I was looking at Ninja as I was reading that.
Yeah.
If they really wanted to give Valk a chance on this last map, they would pull Rad Ninja and see if Valk can win without him. And do we know who's coming in here? Oh, Liz Lemon's coming back in. All right.
Lemon.
All right. Well, let's see if that switch does anything different for him. I guess they're trying to rotate their players, give everyone a little bit of practice, so that's a good idea. Smart thinking by Golden Lions. And we'll be going to Rialto for map number 4. Let's see if perhaps this is where Valk can turn things around. We may also see some memeing by Golden Lions.
We've seen it in the past, so we'll have to see what they want to do on this last.
Although, honestly, you never know with these memes. Yesterday in comp, I had a team that was just doing terribly and doing dumb picks. So everyone in my group chose DPS, and we went 6 DPS, and we actually won against what I think was a better team. I don't know how it happened. So you never know.
DK. No, that was a shot too far. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Let's see though if the memes come out. BMX changing his icon apparently.
All right, we are ready to start here. So
We're ready to start
launching
here?
last
Let's go.
game, going into Rialto. The Canal City of Rialto. We'll have to see what Golden Lions pulls out here for this last game. Are they going to meme once more, or are they looking for the clean 4-0?
Initiating match.
Alright, and we starting to see these comps build. I wish they would tell us who's on offense and who's on defense
Why?
during this first assembly, right? It'd be helpful for the commentators.
My colorblind options got messed up.
Uh-oh. Well, good thing you're not streaming.
My Golden Lions just turned purple.
Ready for battle.
I don't know what to tell you. Do you remember changing it?
No, I was just switch maps. It just,
So
it just
Golden
swapped.
Lions are going to be defending here, and Valk is going to have the first attack.
30 seconds.
A giant gorilla.
And it looks like Valk is eyeing a Goats comp here for their push. Let's see if they stay with it. I feel like Goats or Pirate Ship are definitely the things to see on this map.
I still have my settings right. The game is just wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also,
Hopefully we don't lose you.
the colors are
switching out.
still right on the people in game. It's just the UI is wrong.
Oh, that's weird. Alright, well Valk establishing on point very quickly here. Golden Lions doesn't really seem to be putting too much pressure. Looks like they're going to take to first bend, or Golden Lions is letting them have it. Now Doomfist is kind of dancing around up top. Not sure if he's going for a dirty play here. I guess he was trying to go for a boot. So far,
with the
again,
loss
not
of
a whole
their
lot of
main
pressure.
tank, Hernan, that is going to be Golden Lions in a much better position to hold this point. Triple tanked on the side of Valkyrie. Valkyrie trying this triple tank, triple support dive comp out.
Yeah, they're probably thinking dive goats variation. It was working for him, although again, it kind of looks like Golden Lions is just giving him ground here. So I'm not sure if it's
I'd let you
memeing
know,
or...
I'll let you know. I don't think this is game. This is very much them playing
a lot, a lot of poking. Yeah. And now they're
I think they're
cleaning
playing
up
this
here.
very intelligently, playing farther back, letting him get a little bit of pressure, and then pushing forward and cleaning up the team on this first point. Golden Lions is very much playing this a smart game so far.
Yep, they've established themselves on point, just kind of hanging out here.
Also, I would like to say for the record that Dive Goats is called Dotes.
It's called Dotes?
Goats.
Alright. Dotes, good to know. Did you hear that from chat, or?
No, it's just called Dotes. It's just the name.
Alright.
And with a hammer down, or a meteor strike taking out their main tank, once again, Golden Lions is able to repel this attack by Team Valkyrie.
Alright, now we see, got their Doomfist way far forward, Golden Lions here. Looks like Monkey is aware of him. They're putting some pressure on him.
Golden Lions is switching up a little bit, going to be playing with,
looks like Monkey
Valkyrie is
takes
going to be
dive.
playing, Reaper instead of their third tank. And Seb able to pick up multiple kills here on the Moira.
Absolutely, despite losing their main tank there, they're putting in...
Hammer down comes down though, and that is 3 on the ground, 2 down already.
Now they're all
Only 1 down.
Yeah.
He dropped
pushing hard here.
to save other members of the team. But we'll have to see how well they hold up. Green Charizard going down here to land on the Lucio. And a pushing forward,
looks like Valk does have numbers here, and there's definitely point present. Only 1 in that grab. But it is Mercy.
A couple on the grab. Mercy and Boy Moose off of that Dragon Blade grab combo.
Well, that's interesting. Seb is playing healer and Boy Moose is playing DPS. I just noticed that. It's actually kind of working for him.
And with Rad Ninja here, getting the nano boost, he is very much able to pressure, put a lot of pressure on that enemy Valkyrie. Reaper now popping ult into Rad Ninja's shield, but he is not going. He is going to find Alex Craft. He's able to get it down after that. 3 seconds left on the board, and they are very much trying to get this
Lions in there as well.
Valkyrie trying desperately to find their opening. Finding 2 with Seb plays. Seb using his ultimate here to try to make it something happen. And Hammer Down coming out once again might just be what they're looking for. Rad Ninja taking out Ole on that main support. Beat Drop comes down for the side of Valkyrie. And we're going to have to see what happens here. And almost there, but Reinhardt charges back in, hitting Boy Moose. Green Charizard gets Boy Moose with a punch. It's very even for the moment. Another punch comes in, not quite finding anyone, but a Hammer Down is going to bring this landing into a bad position. Mines come out and might just be enough pressure to get this next point. But still Rad Ninja in here fighting, trying to make it happen. Charges the Hammond into a wall and kills the Mercy with a Fire Strike. Reaper
This
in
is
the
a very
back
long
line once
contest
more.
here.
Liz Lemon going down. Zeppplay taking out 2 with his Coalescence, and that is finally the cap for
I was going to
Valkyrie.
say, that's been a very long contest going on there. Honestly, I think Valk had the opportunity to take that multiple times, but once again, they were having trouble cleaning up. They had numbers advantage multiple times on that point. They did manage to get it in the end, but we're going to need to see a stronger performance from Valk. They're going to potentially win this map.
Golden
Now, what do you
Lions are
think?
doing
Is
a
Golden
very good
Lions
job of
going a little
stalling
bit
out.
easy on them, or...
I don't think so right now. I think very much they are playing their best heroes to the best of their ability.
Alright. Could be a big lead. So straight from Mercy and Moira. That's not good when we put these heroes down. Now, are they going to give up on this point? It looks like they're continuing to contest it. If
Yeah,
I
they're
were
still
Valk,
pushing
I
in
would've-
with
I would
Radmage
have
going
taken the
down.
dive there, reset. That was, they let themselves get staggered by 10 seconds for no reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Red Ninja did go down there to the bombs, but it was not enough for Valkyrie to be able to secure the kill there. And being stopped right around this corner right here is very difficult to recover from.
Yeah,
It's one of the
this can be a tough
hardest
place to
points
break
in
out
the
of.
game to push for the offense.
My ultimate is charging.
Only 60 seconds left. Looks like they're pushing through the Teatro, the theater. And Mercy goes down early. Don't like to see that. But they're gonna
We do
have to do what
have
they can.
a sound barrier coming down from the side of Valkyrie, as well as
And once again, Boy Moose just popped
a
the ult.
Reaper ult.
Real
Reaper
unfortunate.
going into the backline, playing very smart here, taking out a lot of their tanks and their support.
That was interesting, because Boy Moose, just before that, ulted into a shield once again, but then he cleaned up afterward. So,
Bringing that
he's doing a
shield
little
down
T-posing,
can be a
feeling
lot
good.
of power.
It's possible that's what he was going for. They definitely know that Ninja is the man to focus on Golden Lions.
Getting that second point cap is going to be worrying for Team Golden Lions. Golden Lions very much still has a chance to hold this third point, but second point
Gotta grab
is one of the
just that
hardest
one.
points to push through.
Oh, and Charizard manages to make some work of it, kills himself or herself, but takes 2 with it.
Green Charizard is going to find 2 before going down to their own barrage.
60 seconds.
It looks like Valk is prepared here for their last push. Maybe they've got 2. And Rad Ninja gets an early pick. Hopefully they're gonna hold back and wait for their last member before they do one final push.
Yeah, with that pick out the boy boost, Valkyrie is going to
that
have
hurts.
for quite
Yeah.
a while. They need to hold back and wait. And we do have
Boy
this,
Moose is back.
BMX does have Dragon Blade, is hiding up in this high ground, waiting for
Here he comes.
the Nano Boost, and then diving into the backline,
And they
taking out
drop
one,
mines.
and forcing out
Oh.
Coalescence, who also falls, wasting that ultimate. Mercy is going to get a res onto Lucio here for that last push, but falls themselves, Liz Lemons.
Now Liz Lemon
Coalescence.
is able to kind of clean up there, and BMX is back. Yep.
And with Boy
Yeah,
Moose
unfortunately-
falling there, it's unlikely that
Valk is gonna- Valk looks
Valkyrie
like
is
they're
going to be
trying
able
here.
to get anything to happen from here.
They're seeing what they can do with their ults, but they're really going to
Using
stay
a lot of
narrowly on that
ults.
point.
But maybe
They've
they
gotta use
are
what
starting
they
to
can.
get some. They are starting to get some momentum build up, starting to get some pushing happening. But they
Yeah,
are
absolutely.
about to hit the tank line.
Oh, and they
for
took
the
out.
enemy team. We'll have to
Now
see
they do
that.
take out Farah and
Green Charizard and Alex
Go over
Holland,
here.
along with Mega Mira
And that's 4.
Rad Ninja. That is most of Team Golden Lions going down there to that Reaper. Very
Now, looks like
good
Golden
play
Lions is trying to
by
reset here.
by Boy Moose.
And they're going to have one chance to contest here. Most of their respawns are not back yet. It's just Liz Lemon trying to hold. And another blade.
And everyone
Ooh.
got off a point.
Everyone's C9.
Once again, the
a
ultimates
shame.
from Team Golden Lions are pressuring Team Valkyrie off the point. They do not have someone designated to stay on the point and die for that overtime, and they will lose the point. That last cap that was looking so strong for them because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Valk put in a very strong performance there. Again, I'm undecided. I feel like, oh, we got to pause. That
My bad.
Golden Lions might have been going a bit easy on him. But,
That was me. My bad.
Oh, that was you. I thought that was Ava pausing by accident while eating.
Nope, I am in control.
But still, they've got Valk has a very defensible position here. It's possible that they might hold this and get a win on the board. And honestly, I would like to see that. I think we'd all like to see Valk get at least 1 point on the board here. So let's see if they can do it.
It would be good to see a balance fight. This was a very close game, but I would not mind seeing Golden Lions take all 4 maps. A 4-0 from Golden Lions, I'm sure, would feel very good for a team who didn't get a single win last season.
Well, they're a pretty new team now, I think, at this point. Ninja is completely new, right?
A lot of them have been changed out and stuff, but a lot of the original Golden Lions is still here.
I mean, I remember Liz Lemon and Mega Mirror, Charizard.
And
Charizard
Alex
got
Craft
much better. Alex Craft was also there as well. BMX
Yep.
and Ninja to pickups. Alright.
I'm not sure if BMX is new or not. I know I've seen him around. I don't know what teams.
Ah, he might have been on his team. Oh, and Charizard gets an early pick there. See, Boy Moose was going for some cheese, and it didn't work out for him. Now let's see if Arisa's able to get a halt. You know she's going for it here.
On
And
to
gets-
Green Ninja,
oh.
but he easily climbs back
Close
on.
out,
Pile Driver coming into the back line is going to find the main support on hold.
and Lucio's trying to dance away, but doesn't quite make it.
Land falling as well. Liz Lemon does get hooked in the back by the Roadhog, but he is pushed off very quickly by the Hammond.
Now, at this point, Golden Lions definitely have a number advantage, especially with their respawn being so much
Golden
closer to the
Lions
cart.
making quick work of this first point, pushing in as
But
fast
no
as
one's
they
on
can.
cart. Oh, they notice.
And with land falling again, that is a excellent stagger, and they're going to have a hard time making another push happen here with 6 members. Pile Driver coming in once more. No, it's not a Pile
Yeah,
Driver. They dropped the
kinda
bomb.
looks like
in
they're
the
being
front,
given this
pushing
point.
the back and taking this next point.
Yeah, they
Primal
decided
Optimus
not to really
is
pressure that one,
falling.
and now they're cleaning up. That's a bad stagger there. Seb is sitting here trying to get some picks, but he's running away before Golden Lions gets too close to contest him.
With the double snipers on the side of Golden Lions, it is hard for
Yeah, it's hard for
Seb
Seb
to
to make
really
plays.
maintain those sight lines. And he does go down.
And he
to
goes
Green
down.
Green Charizard taking out the main support and the DPS of Seb plays.
Ultimate ready. I'm going to shoot you down.
Alright, now it looks like Valk is kind of holding back. It looks like they're going to hand them this corner before they contest. Classic spot. And unfortunately
It's
for
still
Valkyrie, it
staggers
looks
coming
like
in. Diva Bomb's going to find one more, and it's just this Moira in the back who goes down quickly. Boy Moose, however, doesn't think it's over yet, but he is mistaken.
yeah, honestly at that point I feel like that fight was over, and that was a waste of his ult unless he was planning on switching.
Seth
He's
plays
not.
quickly picked off by Green Charizard. The tanks for Team Valkyrie trying to stall this out, going to have a whole hog coming in, and they might be able to make something work here. And Reaper is going to get a couple kills, managing to hold on to this point for a little bit longer at least. But BMX
I can see Moira
and
trying to do a little
Charizard
cleanup.
more kills. And
Yeah,
Moira
unfortunately
left
they're
alone
just
on one, trying to
they're
stall
kind of
this
just
out.
staggering themselves here.
No one can hide from my sight.
My ultimate is ready.
Alright, well they have opportunity for one or two more good defensive positions here. They're holding across the bridge. Let's see if that
5
does
minutes
anything.
remaining pushing into this last point. It's going to be
We can
very
see
hard
Valk's
for-
Lucio popping ult here. And it doesn't do much for him. Golden Lions is kind of able to clean up that point and take it. We now see Valk's tank kind of isolated here. Hog might be kind of screwed in the middle of the other team, and he goes down. He is able to demech Diva though and take her with him.
Team Valkyrie is having a very hard time managing to put up a solid defense.
Honestly, they're playing very spread out.
They're playing spread out. They're getting picked off. They're trying to get the kills they need, but they're just losing numbers. Slowly but surely.
And that bomb
this push
probably won't get
hasn't
any
really
better.
ever stopped since first point.
Yeah, they keep kind of staggering themselves. They're going in 2s and 3s. It's not looking good for them.
And even when they do group up, they use too many ults after the fight is lost.
Yeah, but that's something they can learn.
Is dropping bombs into the middle. Dragons coming through the other side, taking out both supports and the main tank down as well. Bongo is not going to be able to accomplish
it does not look good for Valk at this point. They've got Genji
all they
dancing
have
on
to do
point.
is kill off the Shimada brother and Reaper. It is going to pop the ult. Only thing he can do. Takes out 3. Is it going to be enough? Perhaps.
And that does look like that's enough for Valk to hold this point. Red Ninja's going to run away
for one more push.
And you can see Boy Moose. You can see Boy Moose having a much bigger, or a much bigger performance when he's not going up against that shield. I think that shield is really hurting him before.
That is the first successful stop by Team Valkyrie on this defense since point 1.
Now Boy Moose is kind of going around the back. Could work out for him, or he may be splitting up the team, but he gets picked off.
These Hammond battles going
Now,
on.
once again, really splitting themselves up here, Valkyrie.
Diva bomb flying in the middle.
But the splitting themselves up actually worked out for them that time, because they were split off to the sides and no one was near the Diva bomb. Again, I think Valkyrie kind of needs to pull it together and play a little tighter.
Boy Moose coming back on the point, trying to get.
We have another ult splitting their team up.
Another Dragon Strike arrow coming through the middle. It's not going to find anything.
Now Valk still seems to be holding this point.
Green Charizard trying to get killed but goes down, and that is going to be the end of this push for Golden Lion.
And Set Play kind of cleans up the end of that. So Valk manages to stay in this. Kind of a wasted bomb there.
Yeah,
Doesn't get
the Diva
anybody.
bomb to try to stay back in that. But what
she's trying to stay on
really
point.
needs to be doing is pulling
I
out
don't know.
of this fight.
She needs to be getting out of there and saving that ult. She may have been trying to keep in mech because she didn't want to die, but that was probably a waste of a bomb. And they have a single ult on the board.
Getting staggered. It could have been useful. They would have kept the baby being alive.
Another
Matchmaker's going up into the face of
Moose.
that Reaper is only going to find 1. It's not going to be able to be rezzed as they just used the res on the Hammond. But
taking Charizard down though is kind of a big play. Charizard's been probably Golden Lion's biggest performer so far on this
Red
map.
Ninja falling again, and it might be time for Golden Lions to think about switching up off of this Hammond Diva tank combination. I don't think it's doing them any favors in this last push. Green Charizard finding the pick on the Boy Moose. And
Boy Moose is flanking, going for those big plays, but gets spotted a lot of the time. And they're pulling back. It looks like they're waiting for respawns.
Hog Ultimate is going to get multiple kills, but he does go down again. Boy Moose falling once again to BMX for life. That's got to be frustrating. Getting sniped out like that.
Absolutely, Lord. You really hate to see that. Now Valk's maintaining that point presence, but
30 seconds
they're
left
popping
on
a first
the board.
ult. I would have maybe saved that ult for 20 seconds from now. That's just me.
Boy Moose killed again, trying to teleport on top of this board. A Nano Boost comes out on the side of Golden Lions. Golden Lions pushing in with this Nano Hammond, trying to get the damage down, and a beat drop.
Got a blade coming in here. This could be big. And this could be a big bomb.
To see what this bomb finds. Bomb
for one
finds one.
trade. DMX gets
And
another
it's
big
still
hit.
very back and forth. Golden
that's
Lions
mine on the
dropping
point.
bombs on the
Real
point.
frustrating
Are
to deal
going to get
with.
a little bit more credit here on the point, but how much more is the question? Are they going to be able to push the rest of the way? And it does not look
Yeah, it looks like Valk is
looks
putting on
like they are
performance.
managing to
DMX,
start out.
Boy Moose
They're
gets
still
kicked
calling
again
out
by
Lanky
BMX. That's really sad to see. And BMX gets a triple. Huge play. A quad. This does not look good for Val.
4-man, and the res on the Mega Mirror. Mega Mirror gets back into mech, and this may very well be when Golden Lions take this point. The Hammond, last remaining member of his team, Reaper coming back in, trying to stall him out, trying to get the kills onto these tanks, but no, he is antied, and he is killed without his Wraith Lord. Moira goes down as well, and it is just Lucio.
Yeah, and Valk's bombs are
Lucio
starting
trying
to
his
disintegrate
best
as well.
to stall it out.
Valk is
And
honestly doing
Lucio
a solid job here, but
falls.
that's going to be
Valkyrie.
it. Very close.
Alright.
Very close.
Ava, can you and DK handle the interviews? I actually have to get off now. I'm running a bit late.
Sure.
Alright, thank you very much. It's been a great game, guys. I've been Lord of the Warlord. Thank you for joining us today. Great performance by both teams, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they both bring in the future.
Alright, nice commenting with you. Take care.
Absolutely, you too.
Alright, let's go ahead and get those in. Ava, are you there as well? Alright, well, Ava's muted. Let's see if we can... Oh, you're back. Alright, cool. Oh, your thing is off?
Alright, there we go.
Alright, so very strong performance there today. I think you guys were quite competitive on all 4 maps. What is your takeaway coming out of this game for your team? I'm on here right now with the captain of Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feeling
I'm
a little
kind
bit
of nervous.
exhausted after those performances, huh? A little embarrassed?
All of the above, yeah. Although
Alright.
I do like how we played though. Our comms
Yeah.
were a lot better than they were against Uncia the last time we played.
Alright, well that's good to hear. I did notice, I think you guys had a little bit of trouble focusing targets. I don't know if you guys saw that on your end in some of those team fights.
Yeah, especially on the last map.
Yeah, and it was sad to see Boy Moose get picked a bunch of times by Widow in that last map. That must have been rough. Was he getting a little frustrated after the 4th one?
Yeah, very much.
But I think you
everybody
guys
was
did a
though.
nice job. Yeah, holding it together. You put in a very strong performance on that last map, despite losing the first 3. So that's always good to see that everyone's able to stick with it and not lose their cool.
Yeah.
What do you think you guys can do to improve for your next game?
Callouts for sure.
Alright.
We got our comms better, but they need to be even better than they are now. Better,
Alright, so
better than
continuing
better.
to work on comms. You know, everyone always needs to practice, right? And I think every team doesn't practice as much as it should. So always good to see team sort of on the rise. I think a little bit more practice, and you guys probably could beat Golden Lions in your next matchup. What do you think?
I think so, yeah. I think we could beat a lot of people.
Yeah, So thanks for joining us. Good games today, and yeah, good luck with your game next week.
Thanks, man.
All right, I'm gonna invite Mega Mirror in here as well.
Oh,
All right.
hello.
Hi,
Hey,
Mega.
Mega Mirror, how's it going? So we just heard from Lanthanian, who's the captain of Team Valkyrie. We now have Mega Mirror of Golden Lions, as well as Alex Craft hopping in the party here, both from Golden
Howdy.
Lions. How's it going, Alex? Good games.
Pretty
So,
good.
what do you think is your biggest takeaway from today's game?
Um, our call-outs were really good, right, Alex? Our call-outs were,
Here, a little bit of laughing here. Maybe some disagreement on that. So,
Question mark?
time for some call-outs.
what?
So, our callouts are great. Really good.
Yeah,
10
really
out of
good
10.
call-outs.
We can't say
10
them
out
on
of 10.
stream because they're not really
Yeah.
that appropriate, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so those are good. What do you think was your team's strongest point for these 4 maps?
Definitely the call-outs, the old usage, definitely, you know, yeah.
I think it was more grouping up because from last season, you could tell if you review our matches, we were all so spread out. Like, we would
also,
have,
like, went into too much.
like, last season, we would have a healer at spawn, and then the rest of the team all the way at the enemy spawn, basically. So, like, this season, we learned to, like, be more grouped up and be one moving unit of attacking energy.
We also
All right.
dribbled in a lot less, like, than we did
Yeah.
last season, which is another, like,
All right.
add-on to keeping up.
So regrouping, staying together as a group, both very important skills. What do you think was your best map out of the 4 today?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say the first map, Nepal.
Yeah, Nepal.
Yeah, that one definitely. We fucking
Yeah, Nepal. All right. And if you have any advice for Valkyrie, what do you think they could have done to improve in this map a little bit?
They
Mega,
just
you wanna
gotta-
go first?
I'll go first, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you go first.
I would definitely say like they gotta improve on their goats a lot more. They really do. That was like just
Alright,
one
so-
thing, especially on Nepal. We just ran straight through that.
All right, so working on their goats. What were you thinking, Alex, as well?
I'm thinking that, like, their goats, improve it, but if it's not working, switch it. Cause like, eventually we just learned, like, in the 4 maps, hey, they're gonna run this, this, and this. So let's counter
And that's
that.
true. If you start to get predictable and you know they're going to run goats, you can run a counter goats. So
Yeah.
that's definitely good advice. Thanks very much, guys. Did you have any other points that you wanted to bring up, either for the other team or just say about the match in general?
That was really good. It was a really good match.
It was.
Yeah, I think it was a good match. All those were pretty close. So good job, everybody. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Congratulations to Golden Lions on their win. Sorry, Valkyrie, about the loss, but you guys put in a nice performance, and I'm looking forward to see how Valkyrie does on weeks 3 onward. I think you guys are a very strong team as well. So thanks as well to everyone for watching the stream. Hi to all of our viewers. Hopefully all of you will take the opportunity to hit the subscribe button and follow what the league continues to do. So that'll be it for me for today. Thanks again, everybody, and we'll end the stream now. Take care.
All right.
Oh, and I'm DK Punt.
Hi. Bye, guys.